3 hours to a new city curfew in effect for Short Vine in Corryville. That area, of course, packed with restaurants, bars, and a lot of college hangouts.
City leaders say this isn't about punishment. It's about prevention and keeping the community safe. This is after a string of violent incidents in recent months.
Yeah, the curfew covers this relatively small stretch of Short Vine. Before today's vote, it only applied to parts of Over the Rhine and the Central Business District. So it's a safety initiative that also includes the curfew center. Remember this? Place where police could take kids that are found after hours, get them in touch with their parents, and maybe connect them with help. But we looked into it. And since that center opened this summer, it's been pretty quiet.
Really quiet. WCPO 9 News reporter Alex Knoll is live for us tonight. You are there on Short Vine, Alex. You found out that despite the city spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to keep that center up and running, very few teens have been there.
Well, in September, the city approved $380,000 in funding for the curfew center and an overnight option for kids. But since curfew started in August, only 4 teens have been brought to the curfew center. It begs the question, why is that number so low?
For this area of Short Vine Street, it's now illegal for anyone under 18 to be alone after 9 p.m.
This is another tool in the tool belt.
City Council passed the new curfew on Thursday. It comes after rising concerns over recent violence in the area.
We need to set an example.
I spoke to Jackson Ryan Wednesday. He's a bartender at Mio's Pizzeria. He told me he welcomes this new curfew.
There's a lot of groups of people that need to be kicked off the street, after midnight.
This summer, the city set a similar curfew for parts of Over the Rhine and the Central Business District. Part of the initiative includes a curfew center at Seven Hills neighborhood houses, where police can take kids to get them in touch with their parents. Since it started in August, the assistant city manager says only 4 teens have been taken to the curfew center.
That lets us know that it's working.
Sheila Nard is the lead of the curfew center. She says the small amount of kids being brought to the center isn't a bad thing. In fact, she believes it shows kids are listening.
The message is being heard.
Nard says she'd be more concerned if that number was higher.
What would you think if we had 1,000 kids? Like, oh, these kids are off the chain, or things of that nature. So it's a good thing that we have low numbers.
She says staff at the center also connect kids to community resources and offer mentorship.
This is like, we want your attention. This is serious. This is your life.
Nard says she also believes police are doing a good job enforcing curfew. I asked her if she expects more kids with the expanded curfew.
Maybe, maybe not, but what I'm expecting is to get these kids' attention. You have to be straight up with these kids today. It's a lot of killing going on.
Now, I did catch up with Councilman Scotty Johnson after today's City Council meeting. He's also the head of the Public Safety and Governance Committee. I asked him his thoughts on the low number of teens that have been brought to the curfew center. Like Nard, he tells me he feels it's a sign that things are working. We're live in Corryville this evening. I'm Alex Knoll, WCPO 9 News.